Okay, here we are, back to the card project. So here's the next problem is how do we mount this plastic card configuration on top of this super cool poker mat? It's got a nice texture to it and, just a really super cool look. How do we mount it to this and have the light shine through to the cards? And, do we wrap this poker mat, cut an opening and wrap it back and make a thick thing, or can we cut through it? So I didn't like the idea of mounting the poker mat onto another board and cutting it and wrapping it back and creating depth. Nah, I didn't want to do that. So luckily, cut a test strip of this mat here. Let me see if I can do this. Come on, there we go. Yeah, right here, I cut a test strip out of it, and it cut really clean, and it didn't fray, noticeably fray. Now I'll take more care on how I go around the cards, but as you can see, it makes a nice clean cut. So what I'm gonna do is end up laying the cards down on top of this mat where they're exactly where they're gonna go, and then I'll cut the shape exactly with a sharp razor, and I get hopefully a perfect opening for the cards. So I like that idea because then the cards can sit directly on like a backlit surface, and that's the next issue that comes up. What do we mount this to? My first idea, and I thought this was going to be a great idea, was to mount it to the lens that came with this light. Okay, so here's this lens. Here's this lens right here, and I vetted this idea thoroughly. I cut all the holes in it, and as I started attaching the cards to this, I realized how flimsy it was, and it started sagging. And I didn't want it to sag when I put it vertical, and I wondered about the structural, if it would even break or something, or if something happened, somebody touched it even. If it would fail, and if it starts to sag, it's going to take the poker mat with it because it's going to be glued directly to it. So I gave up on this one. So anyway, and the frame that I was going to have to put the frame around it, and this frame looks like it was beat to hell during delivery. It's got some really nasty dings like all the way around. I mean, I pulled this straight out of the box, but it's got all these nasty dings. And so the next thing I didn't like with the lens is that you put it back inside the frame and it creates an uneven surface here, because of this right here and these, working around these and the poker mat. I couldn't figure out how to make it look smooth without showing these contours, and things like that. So the solution that I came up with will be on our next video.